I was a pretty nerdy kid. My son's pretty nerdy.
That's awesome. Yeah, I hope if I have a son or daughter, I hope either of them are like the biggest nerds on the planet because I don't know. Like as a kid, like I played Little League, but I hated playing sports. Like I didn't want to do it, but I kind of had no choice. But I never, I wasn't ever into sports. I was just into comics and shit all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, Jake, if you missed out, but this is our therapy episode where we don't.
It makes sense. The Joker's involved, I have a lot of, a lot of problems.
Yeah. Are you guys token up tonight?
Yeah, I got
absolutely
beer and some ish.
I got a seltzer.
Nice.
I also got my Magneto Bowl for tonight.
Where's that? Wait,
so cool.
Hold it up to the camera. How is it a Magneto Bowl?
Look at it. It's
a helmet.
Oh, is it his helmet? Nice. That's sick.
Yeah.
I like that.
Where did you get that?
I honestly, Booms lent it to me, and I just never gave it back to him.
Nice.
Yeah, he was like, if you can get this unclogged, you can borrow it. And I was like, sick. And I just never gave it back to him.
Borrow it? More like keep it.
Yeah.
Cody looks way clearer than I know our webcams ever will look,
Yeah, well, I mean, there's probably a lot of dried semen on mine, so.
I'll
be cleaning On that note, welcome to Comics and Chronic. Ooh. Welcome to Comics and Chronic. We're three nerds talk about comics and smoke weed.
Three super cool guys.
Wild and crazy guys.
Yeah, wild and crazy kids.
And you know who's wild and crazy? The Joker.
The centerpiece of this week's episode.
Yeah. Did you know what would have been good? If the Joker and Omar Gooding hosted Wild and Crazy Kids.
That would be sick.
I think it would have added a whole different element to the show.
That would have been great.
Especially because sometimes kids would end up dead.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, oh, you fell for my hilarious death trap. Team Blue is out.
We also read Ryan Azzarello's Joker.
Ryan Azzarello, and who did the art? Lee Burmejo, who is actually honestly one of DC's best artists.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And he has a whole book coming out with all of his art and cover art.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah. In the book, did he do every page or does he just purposely change style throughout the book?
No, even if you look at his pictures, you could tell he has that very squared off, edgy cube aspect to his art.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he definitely changed it for that book. I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about. But then you're right. You'll turn a page. Some pages is just regular comic art, and then you'll turn it, and it's that weird 3D. You know what I mean?
Right, which is kind of his signature, I would say. When I see that style specifically, I guess, is that the style you were describing? The way...
Yeah. I
don't know how to describe it. It kind of looks more I don't want to say Alex Ross, but kind of a painted style, I guess.
Yeah. It's weird. All of his characters look gritty as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whenever he does art, they all look dark and fucked up, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he's ever done any Marvel art.
Almost kind of twisted.
Mm. And you know who's twisted? The Joker.
That dude dances down steps, man. You got to watch out.
Hey, man, that's an iconic scene now. It goes the fucking chasing and French Connection.
Yep.
No. But those steps are in the Bronx, aren't they?
Did you go to those steps after watching the movie, Anthony?
Hell no.
It's in the hood, isn't it?
Well, that also, but it's I'm from the Bronx. It's I've never even visited the Empire State Building. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go visit the Joker steps.
Well, dude, so let's talk about the Joker. Super iconic super villain. They say actually one of fiction's greatest villains. That's fiction, not even just comic books.
I would I agree. He is one of the best villains, especially because as with comic books, there's so many iterations and interpretations of him. You know,
yeah, that's one thing I really love about the Joker, that he has a multiple choice background. At least in the comics,
so then this movie was a multiple choice. You just didn't like the choice.
Yeah, it was a terrible choice in my opinion, but
No. I liked the
I know you guys liked it, so I don't want to shit on it. I want you guys to like say what you liked about it, you know, and then I'll say my
shit on it.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
But it's just I just don't.
Why are you
like
so
it
anti-shitting on things, Anthony?
Anthony, step up, bro.
Because it's still not one of those.
Shit on
like,
things. Take a shit. Pooping is.
It's natural.
Well, okay, well, in that case, what I already said about the stair scene, I don't understand why a man dancing down steps is so crazy. But anyway, that scene
he's wacky and out of his mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially to that banana.
Yeah, pick a better song.
Yeah,
I do agree with that. That song was a really dumb choice.
That song is a dumb song.
Yeah, that scene would have been a lot better with
any other
song.
Yeah, dude. Could you imagine that scene with Bulletproof by Roux?
Yeah, I like that.
Joker coming down the stairs to Bulletproof.
Baby, I'll be.
Dude, Bulletproof already improving the movie. But wait, that scene's even stupider because the cops that are chasing him at the top of the steps, and he's like halfway down. They're like, "Hey, you!" And then he just starts running. Like, obviously he's going to start running, but why would you ever want to chase someone down to, there's like a lot of steps. Yeah. They somehow catch up to him, but like they're like yelling at him from the top.
Also, like at this point, people gotta be. He has to be wanted, but he makes it on air. That's insane.
Yeah, but I agree to an extent. But it's also like 1970s. There wasn't like the shit we have now. You could totally.
That's true.
You totally walk onto like the Johnny Carson show with a gun in your pocket and blow him away.
True.
Now
Also, though, I don't know. It was like I enjoyed it. I don't think it was like this amazing thing, but I also thought it was good. Does that make sense? Like, it's not like a masterpiece of cinema.
No, it's not. I never like felt.
Okay, so yeah, so maybe we're more on the same page because I some
you don't like it at all.
No, I do like some of it, like especially the third act. I feel like I'm jumping ahead though, because I'm talking about like the later parts of the movie. Yeah, but
so all right, let's talk about. Okay, here's what I like because they borrow from like the comic book origins. Actually, this actually is the third act, but I feel like I should mention it. So when he gets on the subway, there's actually a specific shot of when the subway goes underground and you see the subway like lights along the tunnel.
Yeah. And
that I felt like was a really cool like nod to like the classic like, Tunnel of Love and Dark Knight Returns, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. No, they were definitely, like I said, I really don't, there are parts of the movie I do like, and especially the stylistic parts like that, Yeah. And especially Joaquin Phoenix, he was great. I'm not, shitting on that at all. Especially,
because what I didn't like was Alfred Pennyworth was kind of a dick,
and he couldn't handle Joaquin Phoenix, who's a skinny dude. Yeah. And Alfred's apparently fought in World War II and shit. Like, dude, why couldn't he handle him?
That's first off, that's new Alfred. That's retconned Alfred, dude. You know damn well 1940s Alfred was not some.
It was just a butler.
Yeah, it was just a butler. So I'm not necessarily going as that it's canon that he's like,
okay, but either way,
murderer.
But like, Arthur was so emaciated. Alfred should have been able to be like break his arm very easily. I don't know.
Skinny kids have that wiry strength, so I don't doubt that. Those long, gangly fingers.
Also, like when you lose your mind, I feel like that opens up a level of strength that normal people can't access.
Cody knows from experience.
Yes. When I black out, I just turn into like a lunatic and I rip doors off their hinges and crazy stuff.
Nice, dude. Hey, are you guys more sativa or indica guys?
Indica.
I'm gonna pick the easy way out and say I like my shit a little hybridy.
Hey, I'm more of a sativa dude.
See, I like in the middle. I see the pluses of both. I think I'll pick sativa more, but I still appreciate a good indica.
Yeah, indica will just put me to bed.
Yes, sometimes I need that. Sometimes that's the best course of action for me.
Really doesn't seem like you have any problem going to sleep. It seems like you fall asleep with relative ease.
No, I'm not saying I have any issues. I'm just saying sometimes me falling asleep quicker is best. Like better than me being awake. You know what I'm saying? Like Indicas will just knock me the fuck out, and sometimes that's what I need. It's like Scarlet Witch's song to Bruce Banner, or come here, big guy, or whatever.
Sun's going real low.
Yeah.
That's what Indica is to you.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like, for me, I like the Joker for a whole one. Purple is one of my favorite colors, like, in all honesty. And then two, first Batman with Michael Keaton, Prince does the soundtrack, and Prince, was a huge fan of purple. So
yes.
I feel like
this is true.
I feel like it played a large role on my sexuality. And then B,
wait, the Joker plays a large role in your sexuality? Okay.
Oh yes. I'm like classic 1970s Joker in the bedroom. I'm pulling out like lots of toys, a rubber chicken.
Just gags.
Random gags and gizmos.
Like incorporating sex, like having a flower that nuts on her face or something.
But yeah, I mean, dude, he is one of the coolest villains. And then, but here's what I didn't like about the movie version is that, like, dude, that Joker would not be like any kind of villain towards Batman. Like, Batman would fuck him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, what is this Joker's background? He lives with his mom? Like, why?
His mom tied him to a radiator.
Like, deal with it, bro.
Deal with it. Deal with years of abuse.
That's what caused him to kill Robert De Niro, is everyone just being like, deal with it, bro.
Dude, the 70s was a harsh time, man.
Yeah.
They like legit brought you on air to make fun of you. And like now you couldn't ever bully someone on air like that. You'd be canceled.
The only time people do that now is like on Springer or some shit. Maury.
Ooh,
or
nice.
like yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, they still do it. Yeah, we're all laughing at them, not with them.
Yeah, for sure.
And like American Idol, when they decide to like air people's like really bad, like of course we're laughing at that. They want you to laugh at that.
Yeah.
What as far as like looks go, because like, do you guys prefer a long hair Joker, short hair Joker, gangster like fedora pork pie hat Joker?
Okay,
he's a man of like intense style.
Before
anything. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
All I was going to say is, before we just talk outfit, what is your favorite rendition of Joker?
Are we talking
who's the best?
Film, cartoon, everything?
Yeah. Who's the best Joker?
For me, I'll say Heath Ledger. I feel like I feel like that is the answer for a lot of people, but
see,
I liked him a lot.
I would almost say Jack Nicholson and then Heath Ledger with a very close.
See, I think unquestionably best Joker, Mark Hamill.
I like him, but I think that he's super hyped up.
What?
I think that Joker is overhyped.
What?
You heard me. Controversial statement.
No, but I mean, it's so like I like everyone's answer. As long as your answer isn't Jared Leto, I think it's a good answer. You know what I'm saying? Really, like even in terms of look, like I like pretty much any Joker look as long as you can pull it off. Like I like how everyone's a little different. Like Jack Nicholson really set the standard, but Mark Hamill, like I think, has the best voice for the Joker. Like even though it's animated, like if he had that voice as like a live actor, it would still be the best one, I think, because he could go from like, you know, kind of whimsical and clowny. He kind of has the range of all the Jokers, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to say. I like your answer, Cody. You may have swayed me just by thinking about it.
Never. I'll never let Cody sway me in anything.
You're just going to disagree with me even if you don't believe that way. Cody is always wrong.
No, I actually do like Mark Hamill's Joker. I just don't know if I would call him the best. I would say probably Heath Ledger or Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Or Cesar Romero. See, I grew up on the Cesar Romero Jokers, on the old Adam West.
When were you born, Jake?
Yeah, Jake's actually like 49.
No, it's not that I was born that. Like, because I grew up with older siblings. Like I remember distinctly watching, when it's 5, 6 years old, the Adam West Batman.
See, my first introduction,
Nice.
my first introduction was the animated series because my parents thought the live action one would scare me as a kid because in particular, Danny DeVito's the Penguin.
He was creepy as hell.
He was creepy with that black bile shit coming out.
Yeah. So in particular, they were like, Danny DeVito will terrify you, which like I was just like, that sounds scary. I guess you're right. You know what I mean? So for a long time, I was really scared of live action Batman as a child. And I only got into, but I was like obsessed with the animated series.
Dude, the first one is pretty scary. There's like scenes like in the beginning and he's like legit fighting just like junkies and heroin addicts, like people who are about to like rape women in alleys. Like it was dark. Like Gotham was OD dark as fuck. Yeah.
Well, it was, I mean, Tim Burton always has that like slight horror element to, even if it's not horror at all, that fucking he's basically like the foundation for companies like Hot Topic. You know what I mean?
That dark emo goth
Without
vibe.
Tim Burton, there is no Hot Topic.
Yeah, it's a big fact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I also like grew up on the animated series, but for whatever reason, like I was really into Batman at the time. Batman and Robin, the movie, came out with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze and Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy.
Nice.
And that movie's terrible.
So bad.
But it wasn't terrible when we were kids. We thought it was cool.
Yeah, but like to me, that's like so unfortunate. It's like it's one of the worst Batman movies ever.
See, I think I'm a couple years older than you, Anthony, because my first live action movie I really loved was Forever. With Val
I did
Kilmer.
see that, but I guess me being like a couple years younger, I was like, this is cool, but not quite ready for it.
No, I was there. I was, dude, every step of the way. I was like, "What? Tommy Lee Jones as fucking Two-Face?" As an adult, that sounds dumb as hell. But as a kid, I was like, "Hell yeah!" And then like Jim Carrey is the Riddler, and fucking Val. I was a big Val Kilmer fan as a kid.
Why were you such a hardcore Val Kilmer fan?
I don't know. I just like as a kid saw him in a bunch of things. Like he has a movie with I think Michael Douglas where they hunt lions. He has a movie.
Oh, is that the true story one where the lions kill all the railroad workers?
Yes, The Ghost in the Darkness.
Yeah, there we go. It's a classic.
Yeah, I really loved that movie as a kid. For some reason, I loved animal versus man movies as a kid.
Dude, in the 90s, Fox used to do When Animals Attack, and it would be videos of people getting straight murked by animals. And
yeah.
See, that's how you know like we became this like pussified nation is when they decided to take that off air. Like we grew up on that.
Yeah.
It was totally normal.
Yeah. Dude, well, censoring When Animals Attack is what caused Joker to be. That's his origin story.
That's going to be the next movie I write. That's going to be.
That would have been a better origin story.
I didn't like his name, Arthur.
Arthur Fleck.
I didn't care. It was fine. I just had like other like at the end, I was really bummed that he didn't mass murder the audience, a la what movie is it? Batman or Dark Knight Returns? What one is it?
Yeah. The comic, Frank Mills.
Yes, yeah. I kind of was hoping that was what was going to happen at the end.
I think that would have been too brutal if he just goes on a mass shooting.
Yeah, well, it's the kind of reality we live in, my guy. I want to see it.
I want to feel it.
I want to be there. I want to bathe in the blood.
Did you ever see like someone did a comparison video? There's an interview of Tom Waits like back in the 70s. And
he's like on a talk show?
Yeah, he's on a talk show. And dude, they played it next to like scenes in The Dark Knight of Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, I wondered if his Joker voice was just a young Tom Waits impression. And it sounds exactly like it. But so what? Like, I don't mind that. Like, dude, like,
right.
if you're able to borrow from something, and Tom Waits does have a distinct, like, now he does. Like, now it's all like coffee and cigarette breath.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys should check it out. It's cool.
Joaquin Phoenix is just an unbelievable actor.
Yeah.
Like that, there's just like that scene at the end where it's like a close up of him and he's just like talking, and like it's just like the expressions. He like does this thing where like it just, you can't pick a particular emotion out of his expression. It looks like they're all just kind of like washing over his face in waves, and it's really good.
Yeah, I really liked the makeup, honestly.
Yeah, it was cool.
There's an Italian artist. He drew a Joker comic maybe like 3-4 years ago, and his Joker had the blue like triangles above and under his eyes.
Oh yeah, I picked that one up actually.
Yeah, and had like the clown. I liked that, honestly. I thought that was a cool take on the makeup.
What is your least favorite Joker?
Jared Leto.
Okay, what about is there any point in the comics that you really hated?
Well, Anthony and I just read 3 Jokers.
Oh yeah.
I didn't hate, to be honest. Like, I did not hate. It's just like, it was kind of stupid, though the art is fucking fantastic. Jason Fabok, he's a sick artist.
Unbelievable artist.
Anything he draws, I'll buy. So for that reason, I bought it. But yeah,
the 3 Joker story is like all about like apparently when Batman sits in the Mobius chair, he learns that there's 3 Jokers, and they kind of let that hang for like 2 or 3 years almost. Like the series kind of got delayed a bunch of times. So for a while you're like, who the hell are the 3 Jokers? And after a while you kind of lost interest because they brought it up, and then they just kind of left you hanging. And when it finally the 3 Jokers comes out, like the story was kind of underwhelming. Like Jake said, like the art's great, but the story itself is just like, why did they need to make this? There's great moments, but I feel like the problem with DC and the Joker and Batman too is that that's all DC wants to like focus on most of the time. Like it's always about Batman and the Joker.
Yeah.
They just have so many more characters. Like they don't really give them the attention they deserve, I think.
I like it when Joker plays a supporting role, like in Hush or Long Halloween.
Yeah. Also, Alex Ross's Justice. He's in it for very little, but he only in the end does he play like a kind of significant role. That's cool.
Justice is without a doubt one of my favorite books.
Oh, I
we should do an episode just on that. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Dude, I reread that once a year because it's so much fun.
So fun. Oh my God, it's incredible. Okay, so a Joker I really hate. There was a time, I think it was in the 2000s when maybe the 2010s when Grant Morrison, I think, was on Batman. And he did like Batman R.I.P. and stuff like that.
Yes, yeah.
And in that, the Joker's like super tattooed and really like really weird, like almost like ninja-y. And I liked the way he behaved, but I thought I wasn't a fan of the way he looked.
Yeah, he was also like ultra violent, I remember.
Yes.
Like, that Joker was brutal on like a different level. And of course, Grant Morrison's like a sick dude. He's awesome. I love Grant Morrison. But half the time I'm reading his comics, I'm like, what?
Grant Morrison's super hit or miss. His shit is either really good or really bad.
Yeah. 100%.
Very little. He's good. Don't be wrong. But I'm just saying, like, there's an in between. His stories are either like sweet or stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
And what's the
I don't even want to say they're stupid. I almost feel like I'm too stupid to understand most of his stories. Like, I'm sure.
Dude, his run on All-Star Superman.
Which one is? Oh, is that? Yeah, okay. When he like gets
that's
cancer.
A great one.
Yeah,
All-Star Superman's great. Yeah, it's a great story. Who's the artist for that?
It's Frank Quitely.
Do you think the Joker has good teeth or crowns?
Who?
The Joker. Does he take care of his teeth?
I'm gonna say no. Realistically,
okay. Well, I think you're right.
If he's getting punched in the face a lot,
yeah, he's gonna be replacing teeth for sure. He's always getting knocked the fuck out.
Exactly. Which Anthony, I don't know if you noticed, but Jared Leto's Joker had metal teeth. So
he did.
Maybe that one is more comic accurate, and we can't handle it.
Dude, you know who would have been a better
He sent
Joker?
a dead pig to his fellow actors.
Who would have been a better Joker with metal teeth than Paul Wall?
Oh, shit.
Paul Wall.
Do you remember him?
Dude, of course. How do you forget one of the greatest hip hop artists?
Mouth like a crystal ball.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, he's one of the greatest artists of all time.
Yeah, one of the best.
He goes like Beatles, Elvis, Paul Wall. Oh my god, Paul Wall would make a good Joker if you think about it. He like a Zack Snyder or a Scott Snyder Joker with the shaved hair and everything.
Yeah,
that's who would you seriously cast as a Joker that hasn't been the Joker? Like, let's say I
want a black Joker.
Okay. So who
would your favorite? Yeah, who would be your go-to Joker?
My go-to Joker or my go-to black Joker?
Both.
Oh, let me think. You guys discuss amongst yourselves.
Here's a wild card. I feel like Aubrey Plaza would make a pretty crazy Joker.
Maybe. I'm not a huge Aubrey Plaza.
Have you seen Legion?
Fan.
Have you seen Legion though?
The movie?
No, the show.
The show.
I've only seen a few episodes.
I've seen like the first 4 episodes, and I really wasn't into it.
It's worth watching the whole thing. It's definitely a different type of show, but she kills it on that show.
I'm a fan of Aubrey Plaza, but I think that there are better. I think she would be fine, but I'd see her.
Yeah, if you like your Joker super deadpan and like, hey, and then make snide sarcastic like Daria comments and then look at the camera, sure. Then she would make a great Joker.
She's so much more than just her character on Parks and Rec, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is she? Is she?
Yeah,
she is.
Because I haven't seen her be anything more than that.
Gotta check out Legion. That's what I'm saying.
No,
but I mean, again, I just threw out a wild card just to get the conversation going. Like,
I like Aubrey Plaza. I like that answer, and I like the idea of a lady Joker. Who would be a good one?
Flashpoint did it,
right? Exactly, like a compelling reason to just here's a different take on the Joker.
That is a cool take on it, but I don't know if I would cast Aubrey Plaza.
Right, there obviously could be a better choice. I'm just I don't know.
Especially as Martha Wayne Joker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I want like Meryl Streep.
She's too old. Be
insane.
She's too old.
How is she too old? What are you talking about?
Meryl Streep's a dinosaur.
Okay, so are we? Dude, we're not ageist here at Comics and Chronic. So,
dude, we're talking about Hollywood, baby. They don't
Nobody knows Hollywood. Cody Cannon.
Exactly. That's what they called me out here in West Virginia. Big Hollywood.
Big Hollywood. Dude, you should get that tattooed on your bag.
On my belly, over my belly button. Like Thug Life, but just Big Hollywood.
Who would I honestly cast as a Joker? I'll tell you who. There was an actor who like said he would love to play him, but I don't know. I couldn't see him as it. But Lakeith Stanfield had said
that would be cool.
He had voice. I think he tweeted like long ago that he would love to play the Joker. And I actually like him
pretty
as an actor,
cool.
So.
I think he's a fantastic actor. He's incredible.
Yeah.
Did you see Sorry to Bother You?
It was
Yeah, it was a hard all right. First 15 minutes, really good. Like, honestly, I loved it. And then with the whole horse shit, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it really, it never, like, saved itself from that. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a hard all right.
It was... It was all right.
But, I mean, I don't know. I'll have to get back to that question. Crispin Glover.
That's cool. I was going to say, I'd like to see, like, Jim Carrey. I don't know. I feel like Jim Carrey.
I'm over Jim Carrey like, doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd like to see, I don't know. I'd like to see a fresh version, like something different. Ron Funches as the Joker.
Oh yeah, there we go. Because he could play that like psychotic kind of character almost. Like he gets mad and is like, "I told you."
Dude, what is your favorite?
We need some spice. We need to spice this up a little bit. Next time we should do crack.
Yeah.
Comics and crack.
Yeah. Oh shit! That's where we fucked up. We should have made it comics and crack.
Guys, that'll be for Patreon guests only.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was actually thinking that we should start an OnlyFans page
where we just like get naked for money.
I mean, it's totally up for interpretation.
Mm.
I don't.
I mean, I'll get naked for money.
I know you will. I brought it up.
What am I party to? I don't know. What's going on here?
Anthony, stop living your
just became my pimp.
Anthony, did you go to like Catholic school?
No.
Did you ever were you ever like an altar boy?
You give me big altar boy vibes.
No, definitely not. But I was like a God-fearing kid, you know. Like I always thought, like if I did the wrong thing, I was gonna go to hell or something.
Really? Were you? That's what I mean. Like, were you one of those kids?
Yeah, but like you know, as I got older, I was like, this doesn't seem right. This is kind of bullshit. You know, like by high school, I was like, I don't know about this anymore. But like, yeah, for my whole life, I was kind of just like, you know, so like I don't believe in any of that. But like in the same vein, like I guess I kind of like live my life with the unspoken assumption like I'm being judged by something like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm always judging you, Anthony.
I know you are, Cody. I know. God damn it! I'm trying to live a normal life now.
And if there's anyone in a position to judge, it's Cody Cannon.
I was in and out like different. My parents couldn't decide what kind of Christian they wanted to be. So like for part of my childhood, I went to Catholic church. For part of my childhood, I went to like Baptist shit. For part of my childhood, I went to like Greek Orthodox. At one point in time, I went to a mega church and MC Hammer was my pastor.
Dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, every Sunday night he hosted the service and it was literally called Hammer Time.
Nice. Did he do like a song?
Like
Satan, and it was like, you can't touch this, Satan.
That would be insane.
Is it any more insane than MC Hammer was your pastor? Like, all right, Jake, that just sounds ludicrous.
Yeah. Does Joker believe in God?
Definitely not. Silent.
Like, hot segue. Does Joker believe in God tonight?
Listening out there, this is a new segment. It's comics and Christianity. We're gonna do
nice.
You want balls to the wall? Well, I've got the biggest, sweatiest, nastiest, hairiest balls you've ever seen. I'll teabag them anywhere. On your face, on your mother's face, in your grandma's mouth. I don't give a shit. All I want to do is hear about me, and my awesome, gleaming, white porcelain skin. But instead I'm hearing stupid shit about googly gloops and glopleeps. But I want to hear more. I want more from the people, and the people want more from me. So, I want a Jigglypuff impression, or else I'm going to whip my white dick out and ejaculate all over these fools. And mind you, my ejaculate is acidic, so it will kill them.
I've got two impressions, and they're kind of the same thing.
Okay.
It's like they're very different, but it's kind of the same voice.
Okay.
Gollum and Jigglypuff.
Nice. Okay.
Those are the only two impressions I can do.
I would never connect the two in my mind.
Dude, I'll show you how. I'll show you. First, there's Gollum. There's
stupid feet bitches.
Whoa, that's good, man. That's actually really good.
And then there's Jigglypuff, and it's just kind of like hitting, but higher. It's the same. You're doing the same thing, though. Like it's Both of them, you're like doing a weird thing in the back of your throat, or at least I am.
Yeah. You know what I always like to do is Mario Kart 64 when Yoshi drives off of a road, he goes,
that is a very you thing.
But wait, Cody, you just did two voices that are like really, really high. Like,
that's true. One was high, and one was like, yeah. You got. How do you do that?
I seriously don't understand.
I got falsetto, baby. I just hit that high pitch range. I just have like no sense of like I'm not good at matching notes. I have no sense of harmony or anything. Like, but I have range.
Were you guys fans of Dragon Ball Z as a kid?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Broly.
I feel like the only impression I could do is Hercule. You guys remember Hercule?
Yeah, of course. The beard and the big afro.
Yeah. So this is my Hercule impression. Oh my God, Goku! Oh, my stomach! I can't fight today, Goku. I can't fight still. Oh God, Goku! I gotta sit this one out.
That's sick,
dude. Did you know? Okay, so I don't know if Cody, you grew up with this, but I'm sure you did, Anthony, because you're from New York. But as a slang word, brolic.
Yeah,
meaning someone's big and
mad brolic.
Yeah, like he's mad brolic. Cody, was that a thing in your no?
No.
Okay, so one time I said it out here, and someone was like, "What do you mean?" I was, like really jacked and strong, and he's like, "I've never fucking heard that." I was like, "Oh, maybe it's a New York thing." So I looked it up. Apparently, not only is it mostly an East Coast New York thing, it's also derived exactly from Broly from Dragon Ball.
That's insane.
Because he was so big. Yeah, exactly. I didn't even put two and two together. I just assumed.
Oh, I put two and two together because for me, I was like, when the first time I heard someone say it, the only word I had heard that sounded similar was Broly. So I was like, is that what?
I just thought it sounded like it was just part of my natural vocabulary that brolic means big. Like,
who's your favorite?
But it made sense to me. You know what I mean?
For that reason, Dragon Ball character.
Trunks, my dude.
Trunks, hell yeah!
Yeah, Trunks all the way, dude. I had a sick dude QVC one time. I was like 10 years old. Fucking QVC was doing a sale on Dragon Ball action figures. Dragon Ball Z action figures. I like called in, ordered like 100. My mom got really pissed because I spent like mad money. I like whipped out the credit card from her wallet and like I was like, sweet, I'm gonna get all these. And then
Did you get his time machine? Did you get Trunks' time machine?
No, I did not. And I have but what I do have is a Gotenks figure, which is Trunks and Gohan.
Trunks doesn't even get Trunks might get third for me.
Who gets first?
I think I'm going to be corny and say Vegeta.
Ugh, more like vagina.
What? No, that's not corny. That's a good answer. Vegeta.
I also second, very close to Vegeta, Piccolo.
Nice. Underrated.
I love Piccolo.
I like. I'm actually a big Krillin fan.
Yeah, Krillin's dope too.
I don't give a fuck about Krillin.
Dude, I don't give a fuck about you, Cody.
You have to respect Krillin. He's the strongest human. Like he could just stand with Goku.
That's true.
But he's still
what
just
were the dots on his head
level.
supposed to be though? He had
it's like a it's like a Shaolin thing.
Oh,
as far as I know.
Yeah, I was always a big Trunks fan. I liked the hair. I liked his style. Yeah.
The sword.
He was a cool dude.
He was always better than like half the squad. He's like, guys, you suck. Like,
he was cool.
Have you ever seen the movie The History of Trunks? Have you seen that?
No.
So like the Dragon Ball Z movies, they never really take place within a certain time period. But The History of Trunks is like Trunks' backstory, which leads him to like having to go back in time to like try to save the future.
Really?
It's pretty cool because his future is so bleak and fucked up. Like he watches like Gohan get murdered by Android 17 and 18, like right in front of him. It's kind of like his catalyst to becoming like Super Saiyan.
Nice. I'm gonna change the subject real quick. Just because I thought
Why?
of it.
Because we're supposed to be talking about the Joker? Come on.
No. Have you guys watched anything? This is taking it even further from the Joker.
Let's go down
Have you guys watched,
I love it.
Have you guys watched anything that you haven't watched anything about like a topic that you don't give a fuck about recently and been like totally enraptured and like invested.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Let me think about that for a second.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Okay,
specific.
I'll tell you why what made me think of this. For some reason, when you started talking about the history of trunks, I watched this YouTube documentary recently about the history of NASCAR, and I don't give a fuck about NASCAR at all. And like, I was crying at the end of this documentary.
What?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I care about NASCAR now. Like, I'm like, man, NASCAR's cool.
Wait, so I'm going to take a guess here because I truly don't know, and I feel like I'm probably wrong. But I'm going to say NASCAR has its roots founded in getaway drivers for Prohibition-era gangsters.
Yes.
Whoa, really? Was I dead on right?
Yeah, that's 100% where it comes from.
Fuck it. Dude, I'm a fucking genius.
That's why it started.
Wait a minute, but that was so specific, though.
I swear to God, I didn't like know that at all. I honestly dude, but it makes sense. It makes sense.
That's why it started. That's why it's like.
Yeah.
That's why it's like a Southern thing.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. It makes sense that like it would be a Southern thing. A lot of like bootlegging, moonshining operations happen down there. I know Johnny Depp's like family were bootleggers. So, and he's from Tennessee, so it makes sense.
Oh, the Scissorhands.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like, for real, it's so cool. It's I highly recommend it. Anyone that has the time, I don't even remember what the documentary is called, but I watched it with a friend, and I was straight up crying at the end. It's about like the rise of NASCAR and what made it so popular and stuff like that. And how it
was it
never...
the turning?
The what?
The turning.
Oh, not really. No, it was Dale Earnhardt, basically.
Just one man.
Yeah,
one small.
He's what like really put NASCAR to its height of popularity, and NASCAR will never again be as popular as it was when he was king.
Not until you get out there, Cody. It's time to put that amazing
driving wheel.
Something I did like about the movie, but also hate at the same time, which, okay, that doesn't make sense, but there's a scene where, like, Joker is in the back of the police car. Yeah. The ambulance hits him. He's fucked up. The police are fucked up. They take him out of the car. Cut to random guy in a Joker mask going in the alley. Bruce Wayne and his parents. It's the classic Batman origin story. Classic. This dude comes out of nowhere, bam, kills Bruce Wayne's parents.
Give me a shit, bitch.
At the same moment, the movie cuts back to Joker waking up on the hood of the police car, like his eyes opening, spitting out blood. So not so, hidden. I feel like, okay, they're trying to say the Joker at that moment was born. I feel like he has all the people in the clown mask around him. At the same time, Batman was born. Because Batman's born in the alley, right? The moment his parents are shot, Bruce Wayne decides, I'm going to get revenge for this or vengeance. So in the comics, that's not true, obviously. In the movie, they make it true. They raise the stakes. They raise the importance of the Joker. And in some ways, when I watched the movie this time, I appreciated it a little more because it doesn't really lead anywhere, but it was a cool image. Like watching that, like it's like Bruce Wayne, his parents are in the alley, get shot. Next scene is Joker opening his eyes and like being, he's the Joker from that moment on, you could tell.
Dude, I do want to shout out, regardless of like even some of the shittier parts like the stair dancing scene, but the cinematography, there was a lot of cool shots and just like there would be moments that almost like would make a good painting. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Lot of that in that movie.
The movie as a movie itself, like I also like the original music, like the kind of Joker theme.
It was good as fuck. Dude, it's the same person that did like Sicario and Arrival. So
nice. That's sick.
And really the only song that we spoke about that felt out of place was the song they decided to use for the
It's a dumb song to use.
Yeah. Why didn't they just use another Frank Sinatra song or something,
I would have actually liked at the end Frank Sinatra's My Way would have been like more appealing to me than hearing that Gary Glitter song.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they should have just used that because they had it. They had the rights.
That's live.
Well, that's live. No, I mean, like specifically the song "My Way." Like I did it
right.
my way.
It would have made more sense, especially in that moment. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like the movie DC, they always just make these very small, weird choices that are just like, why?
That's enough.
Just why did you do that? I don't. I guess, like like that's why. Like at the end of the day, like the movie isn't bad. It's not a poorly made movie. It's not a badly acted movie. It's just as a comic book movie, it doesn't do it. It just did like I can't control if a movie like makes me like it or not. Like there's so many parts about it that I like, But
so what's better, Joker or Wonder Woman 1984?
Joker, but not by much. No, what? For me, it's not by
much. Is that what you just said?
My God.
Crack. It really is comics and crack. This is crazy.
Yeah, not by much. That's absurd. Like the only thing Wonder Woman had going for it was it looked cool at times.
But also for all its flaws, like Wonder Woman still felt like a comic book movie. Maybe at times too absurd, like with the invisible jet part. I don't know.
That was really stupid. It was like, hey, I tried this one time on a Starbucks cup or a coffee cup, but I don't know. Maybe I can do it. Oh, I did it on a whole plane. It's like, what?
We didn't even talk about that in the Wonder Woman episode.
No, yeah. I liked it. I like Joker. I don't think it was like this godsend of a movie. I don't really, you know what I mean? But I liked it.
You know what? I
liked a different take.
You know what I really don't like?
Also, wait, hold on. Sorry. Before you finish, I was kind of glad that Thomas Wayne died because he seemed like a big dick in the whole movie.
Yeah, fuck Thomas Wayne.
Like the movie made you feel like, damn, Alfred's kind of an asshole. Thomas Wayne's an asshole. Like, I'm assuming Martha
is they would be assholes because they're billionaires.
Because they're rich. Also, dude, how white privilege is it for you to choose to go out to a movie theater while you know for a fact the city is rioting? That's like me going out like post George Floyd protests in Milwaukee, be like, I think I'm just gonna go for a nice jog, like shit's burning down, people are dying. Like that's privilege right there.
Yes.
Agreed. Seriously, they were like, let's go to the movies dressed up in
Alfred
suits.
Can't pick them up. You know what I didn't like about Alfred? He was fat. I don't like Fat Alfred. I think that played a huge role into why they died, the parents, because Fat Alfred couldn't get his fat ass in the car quick enough to go pick them up and made them walk through an alleyway.
Hey, in the official origin, they decide they're just having a regular night as regular Gotham people. They don't need Alfred. They're just going to walk. But Alfred's going to pick them up around the corner. That's just the problem. He doesn't see Joe Chill.
Yeah, he doesn't see Joe Chill.
He's like, whoops, I'm listening to classical music.
Yeah, he's listening to NPR right now.
Also, there's never been a better name for a murderer than Joe Chill.
Which is also really wasn't canon until Batman Begins. Like that dude. That dude was not known. Like, dude, you got to remember, like Batman debuts in the comic strips in like 1939. Like,
well, it constantly. I thought it just like changed.
You're saying that Christopher Nolan, the Christopher Nolan Batman Begins?
I think Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins is the first time you ever hear Joe Chill, and then after that, the comics started making him Joe Chill.
Nope.
Let's see.
I'm gonna do
research.
I am.
I'm gonna say I don't know for a fact, but I feel confident.
Okay, Joe Chill's first appearance is in Detective Comics number 33, which came out in November 1939. Jake, you're wrong. Fuck you.
But has he always been the killer of the parents?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, whatever, man. Fuck Joe Chill. He's a bitch.
You're a
bitch. Whatever. Joe Chill sucks, dude. I'm glad he died or whatever.
Did he die?
Yeah, Batman Begins, he gets killed.
In Batman Begins?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Damn, you guys didn't pay attention. Bruce Wayne is about to shoot him in the courthouse.
We weren't supposed to watch Batman Begins for this podcast.
I just have a good memory. Bruce Wayne is Christian Bale is about to kill him when he gets out of the courthouse, but that other dude, the Falcone dude, comes up and shoots him like Jack Ruby style.
Oh, right. Yeah.
See?
So, I mean, that's a cool twist.
Look, you guys.
But, I mean, that's just in Batman Begins. That's just in the Nolan universe.
Dude, the Nolan universe is Batman.
Dude, definitely the best telling of Batman, but Dark Knight Rises fucking blew.
You know what? Here, I agree for the most part. It was just, I don't know if I would say blue. It was really weak, like really weak, and was not anywhere as strong as Batman Begins and Dark Knight. But there were like, once again, there's like some cool parts in it, but there's also some parts that I'm just like, I feel like Christopher Nolan kind of like, I don't know, reversed his good work.
Dude, yeah. Well, it's basically, I feel like after Dark Knight, he ran out of ideas for an Inception. After Inception, he ran out of ideas for a while.
Because Tenet is just Inception, but with time.
Tenet was trash. I did not.
That's what I mean. I heard Tenet was trash.
I didn't watch it.
Inception is actually cool the first time you see it in movie theaters, but if you watch it again, it's not really necessarily that good.
I still really, we talked about Inception before, but I still really like Inception.
I like Interstellar a lot.
Yes.
Interstellar is a movie I need to rewatch. Inception I watched, I think, last year at some point.
I need to rewatch Interstellar. I haven't watched it since it came out, I think.
Oh, I like it.
Same.
You know what was a stinker? Fucking Dunkirk.
Yeah, dude. Super
Oh, really? It looks so cool.
Dude, it's not. It's really
It's not cool at all.
Yeah, I agree, dude. It's not cool at all.
It's the best if you're ready for a nap.
Yeah. If you just ate a hearty meal and it's hot out and you're like, oh man, I kind of want to like take a little snoozer. Let me put on Dunkirk real quick.
Okay.
It's so bad. I saw it in IMAX too, and it was like, what a waste of time.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Speaking of wasting time, should we wrap this up?
Jay, grow up.
You grow up, Cody. Your pink ear. I love that you're wearing cat pink ears and you're like, dude, grow up.
Dude, act like an adult for once in your life, Jake.
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jake F.H.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jake F.H.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.